Welcome back to Q&A Thursday. I know, you guys missed us. I
tried to give some updates. I was going live like every single day. Okay,
you were trying.
You were trying. One day I went live. That was it.
Oh, so let me start by saying Dane Hennon, fellow host, guy in the middle, as you may know. To my right, Levi Gates, also fellow host.
Feels good to be a fellow host with my fellow hosts.
It sure does. And to my left, another fellow host, none other than Anthony Fisher.
Thanks for having me, Dane. Glad to be here.
Yeah, so we took a little trip. You've been here, but you were making sure to throw out those live streams, as you noted. They weren't the podcast and the Q&A, so people have kind of been wondering what's up with the schedule, but we're here to tell you we're back now, and the reason you didn't see it before, well, as you may have seen in his stream, this place was like a disaster.
Torn apart.
Everything had been ripped to pieces. This room was just full of chairs and desks and boxes. It became a closet. I mean, it already kind of was.
I had figured out a way in which I could probably do a show. I had like cleared a space.
You thought about it.
But it's just too much. I'd be falling over stuff. It wouldn't have looked right. Like
That's
it just
okay.
It was much easier to just
for people that don't know what's going on. We're doing an office restructuring.
Office, not restructuring, redesign.
Redesign.
The layout,
yes, the layout
has had a complete.
We got rid of all of our cubicles,
our own personal private cubicles, and we went to a bullpen design.
But communal desks.
But with a communal desk, which...
The way they'll try to spin it is say, open concept.
Yeah, open concept. So
it's a bullpen,
we threw away the privacy, we threw away the storage,
Imagine
threw away...
The Office. The show The Office.
That. Yeah.
It's like that.
It's like that.
Yeah, and maybe even tighter, closer together.
Well, those are desks with drawers.
Yes.
Yes.
We don't even have drawers.
That's not true. They gave us
do.
a mobile drawer unit. I believe it was 1 cubic foot of storage.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
So that's kind of cool.
I bought myself some extra clamp-on storage for the desk. It just hangs on the front there. It's just a way to have, like, knickknacks, basic small things like pens.
Patty wax, things like
that.
that.
And we've all been allotted, right, 1 picture of a loved one on our desk,
True.
right?
Just one.
So you get 1 picture of a loved one, and you get 1 pencil sharpener. So this is part of the new corporate structure here at the Rad Company, right? To where people are making rules, right? I get it, and I'm here for it because
I'm going to go off on a limb. I'm not, because of the fact that I am being only allotted 1 pencil and pencil sharpener, I've decided to use pens.
Yeah.
And I've gone even more erasable pens.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So that's basically a pen.
Really sticking it to the man.
It's like commune. It's a commune of people around without the ism.
Okay, wonderful. And I think Anthony's picture is right behind him, so he'll be taking that when we leave the room.
It has
today.
been a long process.
Yes.
We didn't realize. I think none of us realized what a process it was going to be.
No.
To move out of our desks and then move into these desks, but also just the amount of stuff that this entire office has accumulated. Every single one of us that works here for the last 3 years. I mean, just amazing. But it's allowed us to open the door to fellow new members in our group, like Next Day Nate.
Yes. Yeah. He has joined us now in the building.
He's in the building, which is very nice and very exciting, and I'm very happy for him.
That line of communication
I love the new hangout floor that they put in between the desks next to ours.
Yeah.
Where now they've got a rug for activities, maybe story time. Super excited for that.
I'm just going to say that thing still looks like unicorn vomit.
I think the addition of the fireplace is going to be a nice feature come winter time.
That's going to be an interesting one to see.
That'll be cool. Be nice. Just
how we
be
don't
kind of
accidentally light things on fire.
Fun feeling, right?
Okay.
Fun atmosphere in this building, which we're trying to do. Which
I think
adding
we've
the colors, adding the signage, the pictures, the accoutrements, as we shall say.
Well, I'm excited because I'm right under the AC unit now.
Finally.
So that is putting me right where I
also noticed you supercharged your space by adding a fan.
Yeah, no, my dear sweet mom actually walked by and said, we got a few of these over in the other office, but thought you might like this. And she was like, you just clip it onto your desk and it's a little USB power. And I'm like, that's great. Thank you. So, turning it over. Just good looking out because Gabe is still going to put on a hoodie. He's going to complain it's cold.
Yeah, Gabe will have a blanket. That's why. We're going to put the fireplace next to Gabe.
Because I sit next to Gabe now. So, yeah. But I'm back to back with you guys. So that's fine.
I was just commenting on that, how I enjoyed the three of us sitting in a circle talking to each other.
Good vibe. So, anyway, that's us. We're back to your regularly scheduled programming. There will be a podcast coming next week on Tuesday, and it'll be episode 300. So I'm very excited for that. I already got a little thematic with it. I put some Spartan helmets on us. just because 300.
We didn't have to wear the helmets. We could have just put our heads on the bodies.
We could do that, but
that would have been way better.
That's a lot of wish fulfillment
could
right there. I wasn't going to give you that.
Could you imagine about how great Anthony and I would look?
I used to look like that.
Yeah, there was a time where he actually
I never looked like that. I would love to look like that just for fun.
I never had the show muscles.
I can wear a helmet at any time.
Yeah,
believe it or not, I was a skinny guy, but I was never like show muscles guy. That
but just think how cool we would have looked.
If you're ever curious on what Dane used to look like, just please go up to the what do we call this? The what wasn't it the rosary? What do we call it?
No, I don't know what Glenn calls it.
That's funny. They forgot.
Yeah.
It's been so long. Anyway, moving on. We've got detailing questions and comments and a bunch of jokes to get to.
Well, I know a lot of people chomping at the bit. They've been waiting. They've been wanting. They've been needing.
They've been missing
a little A's to their Q's.
It's true. I even heard that from Graham and Hans and all those guys. When we were in the UK, they're like, so you're going to go live this week, right? And we're like, no. Like, we're doing a walk around live stream, but we're not doing like a Q&A or anything. And they were kind of disappointed. So
maybe
sorry,
next year.
guys. Yeah. But we're back now. We're doing it now. So this is it.
Yeah.
And starting things off, none other than Luke Berge.
Hey,
to round
Luke.
things out.
Pretty crazy.
Thank you, Luke.
First knocking on the door, rocking and rolling, and getting this party started.
And man, that's over on page 3. Next up, we got Super Auto.
I bet these 3 guys have changed so much since we last saw. Not too much.
Britt killed the guy.
Out. Yeah. Kimberly MC saying, greetings from Chicago. Perfect rinseless weather, but city is prepping neighborhood for new asphalt. City is handing out free rock chips. That's what they're doing here in Boise.
They're practically giving them away.
Southeast Boise. It is what we like to refer to as chip seal season.
I drove up Vista to the airport a few times, and boy, that was a mistake.
Just did that this weekend.
That was a real mistake.
Yeah, they just did that this weekend. They got that done too. So yeah, it is absolutely insane. I was driving with Augie yesterday, and we went alongside Boise Avenue to Capitol. Mm-hmm. So right where those apartments are, all those. They just had that part of Boise Avenue done. Yeah. But then they just did Capitol going up to Vista. And they did that. And, oh, my gosh.
Taking that bend at speed when people slide on the gravel, that's exciting.
No, those cars are completely covered. If Anthony Fisher, a young Anthony Fisher lived there, he'd probably be losing his mind.
I drove so far behind the people in front of me, I just didn't want to risk it.
Yeah, Augie was laughing. He was like, look how dirty those cars are. Oh, my gosh. So,
I know.
So, since we're on the subject real quick, are there any strategies people can employ when it comes to that kind of thing?
No.
Or you just kind of fend for yourself?
You got to, the hard part is so for those wondering what chip sealing is, the city goes through, covers, they scrape all the lines off the streets, then they lay these little tab markers down, then they cover up all the manholes, then they spray asphalt glue, basically, and then cover it with rocks, with gravel.
It's just like dirt. I mean, it's super dusty.
Super dusty. They leave it for an entire week, sometimes 2.
It stays for a while.
To let people drive on it and try and like even it out. Then they come over.
We are the steamroller.
Then they come over with street sweepers to sweep some of that up and even it out. Then they soak it in asphalt.
Right.
Like
that's when they finally get to the part where you actually see the stuff you generally recognize.
So then they seal it in seal coat, and then they restripe the lines. But if you get on that road right when they've laid seal coat, your car is getting covered in tar.
Yeah.
And like one of our tar removal videos, that's what happened to your friend's truck.
Yeah.
They just went down on a fresh, like they had just laid it, and it just went all over the place. Or you get on the gravel when they first laid it, and you've got some dumb kid flying.
Oh, yeah. Somebody absolutely
It says 20 miles an hour or slow down because of the fresh gravel.
They say 20, but they're doing like 50.
And you've got kids flying down that road, and they're just hucking rocks left and right.
The loose gravel parts, it's deceiving. It doesn't look like it's going to be as loose as it is.
Yeah, it's super
slick.
But
cars easily just slide into the wrong lane, taking a simple corner.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's a fun time. Yeah. Keeps you on your toes, head on a swivel, all that good stuff.
Dodge Ram survived it, though, so you're good. All right, Dead Pedal. Hey, we haven't seen you in a minute. Ooh,
moved to Miami. And I don't have a garage or driveway anymore. My car is filthy. Rest in peace.
Oh, man.
Fiverr.
Followed by...
All my detailing stuff is in the storage unit. It's not a vibe. I am
sorry, bud.
Man.
Well, best of luck to you.
Isaac thinking that the theme song maybe to Yu-Gi-Oh?
It's Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
And Demo saying, I wonder if Dane picked up a British accent from the trip. Welcome back.
Oi, oi.
All right, there we go. Like Carly saying, hi, Luke.
Hey.
Alex saying, so happy to have you back, and I bet you're happy to have us back. Alex, that is true.
Are. It's true, Alex. We did miss
again,
all you
it is
guys.
a big deal that Luke Berge is first in.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That hasn't happened in a long
years.
time.
Yeah.
Years.
Really, really good work, Luke.
Good going.
Detailing review saying it was great to see you guys at Waxstock this year.
Likewise,
Good to see
detailing
you.
reviews. Thank you.
And then Demo jumping $20.
What?
Go have a pint after the show, mates.
Oh,
Thank
buddy.
you, Demo.
Thanks, man.
That's very kind. Thank you.
And then Kirby Thompson, afternoon, everyone from Houston. We are really hating this high-pressure dome this summer.
Heat dome.
104 degrees under a blue sky. Oh, that's the
man.
worst.
Then it's
That's
a whole
worse.
bunch of hellos, like so many hellos.
Joey
I'm gonna skip to
Belinsky
another
saying,
page.
welcome
Whoop.
back, fellas.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go to, nope, page 3. More hellos. Okay, there we go.
All right. Super Auto says, glad you went over the names. We forgot all of them.
Oh,
This
man.
is literally the longest we've gone without doing a Q&A, I think.
Yeah, it's true. Normally, at most, it's like a week.
Yeah.
Not 2.
Darren.
Hey.
Darren, my guys, missing you already.
Miss
you
What's up,
too,
Darren?
man.
Darren, I'm eating some of this delicious honey
He is.
and honeycomb that you brought me back.
Yeah.
Or the boys faithfully
I
brought
have the
back
display
for me.
copy. He's
It
got
is-
his personal.
It is delightful.
Yeah,
Lovely.
it's extremely smooth. It's euphoric.
High
I don't really know how to
quality.
describe it, but I mean, my pupils were dilating after I ate it, and I was like, "Wow, this is some good stuff, right?"
It's really good.
It's good because you can't see the bee parts, but you know they're in there.
And I can't remember. So we have a jar of honey as well. Each of us got a jar of honey. But Darren explained to me that
like
one of them was
honey milk or
one of them. Yeah, but he said that one of the honey sources was a bunch of flowers, and he said
Yeah.
one of the other ones was just I think one particular flower. So Darren, you might need to reiterate
Yeah,
which
that'd be
came
great.
from which again
Yeah.
for us.
Okay, because
My brother-in-law's a beekeeper, so
Oh, right, yeah.
he also makes honeys.
Yeah.
And I always wish I could get a thing of honeycomb. He's never given me
This,
one, but he's
though,
always
this
given me
is-
different versions of honey that they've made. So
Really? How? Because honey doesn't expire,
it
correct?
technically never expires as long as it's not past.
So-
Just ask the Egyptians.
Yeah.
So they're dead, Dane.
Yeah, if it
There are
starts to
plenty of
harden,
people in
if
Egypt
it starts
you
to
can ask
harden, all
right
you got to
now.
do is warm it up
Yeah.
in water again, hot water. You can put
You
a
think
thing
so?
in, it'll seal
Is
back
that, is
up.
that how it works?
Yeah.
Man, imagine that. Imagine being just a human, right? Back in the day, you're just cruising the woods, right? Trying to find something good to eat, right? You're like, God, everything I eat is just so raw and
Yeah.
bland.
So then you fight some bees
No,
to
yeah.
get the honey.
Yeah, and you climb up a tree one day because you're running away from a
Like, wow,
bear,
those guys
and then you
going
hear
for
some
that.
buzzing, and you see this thing over there, this little
Or you
hive.
see a bear, so you fight the bear
Yeah.
to get the honey.
They
also,
go far enough back, though. Those bees
And
could
then,
be
and then
scary.
that
huge.
person goes, "That's a weird looking goo," and then takes their finger in it because that's probably the first.
Yeah,
thing
your
they would've
first
thought
instinct
about.
is to eat
well,
the
because
thing.
you've probably seen like tree sap.
Yeah.
So you're like, maybe it's the same, but I'm
Yeah.
just to be sure.
So then they taste it and they go, "Good God, what is this?" Right? And the next thing you
It
know,
rips-
they
erupts
are
in your-
cracked out.
This tastes
on
way better than
pure
amber.
organic honey.
yeah.
And what more could you
Yeah.
want?
You
right?
probably consumes your dream, and they're probably, I would assume, some form of caveman honey crackheads.
Well, now,
Yeah.
now my brain is
Like
just
you're
reading
like,
the
hey, you
line.
better watch
Yeah.
out for Grog
Just
over
a
there
bunch of honey
because he'll do
tweakers out there,
anything.
dude.
He'll do anything for honey.
He'll do anything for
Like
honey.
he
dude.
fights things.
That guy
and
doesn't
then
have
you
any
see
teeth,
him like,
so
yeah,
you
that's
know
like-
it's crazy,
right?
right?
He's like, he's the guy.
Okay.
Well, and he just
raving.
has an arrowhead, and he's just out shanking people for honey.
Yeah, take your honey if
right?
you're not careful.
I love that.
Bill Pearson here is saying, welcome back, fellas. My door card and some splits have developed. I got some color lock fluid leather.
Nice.
Any advice for prep and application? I have to join a meeting now. Catch the rest later.
So, Bill,
Thank you.
this is a very simple, easy process. The biggest thing is clean it with a strong or mild cleaner, then degrease it, and Color Lock makes a degreaser. And then after that, fix that little spot, that crack, with your fluid leather. Especially if it's a black door card and you got black fluid leather, you can put that right over it and get it smooth, and then let it dry. Use a heat gun or air dryer, and then either sand it or lay another coat if it hasn't fully sealed, because you are going to have to build and repair that crack. Sand it down And then I would recommend, even though it's just black, I would recommend having some sort of leather refresh in black or whatever the color is to then apply as your dye back over. You want to be careful about making it not too smooth because you have a texture. You want to try and add that texture back in. I would also recommend, if you've got the fluid leather, I would recommend getting the steering wheel restoration kit. The cool thing about the steering wheel restoration kit is it has all those items. It has a sanding block. It has degreaser. It has a small pot of leather refresh in black. It's got all the little things that you need. The only thing it doesn't have is the texturing agent, but it does have everything to help fix and repair. Anthony's done that a couple times on some seats where you've done enough where you haven't had to texture it.
Yeah, no, I just, I've been pretty lucky with it. So, yeah, I'd say start there. Check out some videos. Killer Lock has some videos on the YouTube channel. You can reach out to Lars. I mean, Lars is very open.
Or even Brian in Florida.
I mean, just reach out. Shoot him a message. I mean, he'll respond and give you exactly what you need to order. So, try that. Super Auto S2000 says Dane meant to say snack bins.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what he
see,
added.
bins in the UK though are usually what they would refer to. We would refer to as a trash can. When they say something goes in the bin, they mean they're throwing it away.
Rubbish bins, Dane.
Yeah, that's rubbish bins.
And,
but shorthand.
They have no freaking rubbish bins in that entire country. It's
I know.
That was a
That.
weird.
That's one of the things us
phenomenon.
Americans take for granted.
Yeah.
Is the amount of trash portals.
Well,
The closest thing you
asked-
have to a garbage can at any point during any of those trips was at train stations. There would be these things that look like a toilet seat bolted to the wall with a garbage bag hanging from
Very
it.
small, though.
Yeah, very small.
So
Not very big.
small, like enough for one McDonald's bag,
Remember,
right?
that's an island.
So it was funny because I was asking one of the people there on at one of the train stations, and I said, "Hey, excuse me, do you know where the rubbish bin was?" And he was finishing up what's left of this coffee, and he goes, "Oh yeah, it's probably down that way a little bit. It's okay." And he takes his cup and just throws it into the train tracks. And I said, "Well, why don't
Here you would get fined for
I'm like,
that.
well, why don't I just do that then? Everybody else is doing it, right?"
I would feel so dirty doing that. I just held onto my
So
trash.
I threw my bag, bam, to the train tracks. No,
Oh my
I didn't actually do that, but I thought about it because I could see, why would you walk a quarter of a mile, right, to go find a trash can? Just throw it in the train tracks.
yeah.
So
Right?
we don't know where you, particular viewer, are right now, but what would you say the trash can situation is in your country? Because here in the U.S., it feels like they're everywhere. So
Yeah, and I
if
love
you're
it.
littering, something's wrong with
I'd
you.
rather our country smell like trash, but have a trash can solution than be covered in trash because nobody wants to actually throw anything away.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving
Noted.
on, we have detailing reviews that says, hello, Puerto Rico. To the entire country, he's saying hello.
Well, hold on. We are totally... There we go.
I guess Puerto Rico is technically it's not. It's a,
Don
did I say
B.
it's a country? Did I
Yeah,
say Puerto Rico?
it's a
It's a
state.
It's basically part of the states, but
province.
it's not a
province. Sorry.
Don B saying, "Hey
very
guys, great
close,
to have you have the band back together. Can I use recycle my dehumidifier water as part of my O&R Absolute rinseless wash routine, or is it best used for wheel
I've
cleaning?"
never been asked that before.
The dehumidifier water doesn't it all evaporate away like your dehumidifier water? Is that, or is it the water you're putting in your dehumidifier? Which,
No, it's the water that's
so it's
being
the result
produced.
of
Where's
the
that captured
dehumidifier.
at?
It's capture man.
So basically, he's taking the runoff from after a dehumidifier has run, pulled moisture out of the air, and it's just collected in a catch basin.
But I
and he's
have
wondering
a-
if he
I don't
can
know
use
if I
the
would
water
want- I
from
don't
the
know if
catch
I'd want
basin.
that on.
Yeah, I don't
my
know if I'd do
vehicle.
that either, Don. I'd probably
It's-
just.
I
hold
mean-
off.
I mean, it's probably clean. But
I mean, it's probably similar to like people who get rainwater off their roof.
you could
and
water
use
test
that,
it.
that's
but-
like
you
me.
get a
That's like
ppm
me
meter and-
breathing in a plastic bag, right, and waiting for the condensation to happen, then pouring it into a bottle, a 16-ounce bottle, and mixing up a quick detailer and saying,
humidity.
Yeah, but you would do that if you had the capability. If someone goes, "Anthony, if you just breathe in this, it'll make water," you go,
No,
Yeah.
if he's
The
stranded in the
essence of
desert,
Anthony.
he's not
I'm
even
having a
going to
hard
look for
time
water for
breathing,
its
guys.
own consumption. It's going to be
pass
so he
out.
can clean whatever vehicle he showed up.
But Don, you could do that. You could if you wanted to. I don't know. I've just never seen the amount of water that you get. I
didn't
would
think
say
there'd be
that
that
you
much.
could get a ppm meter for water hardness, and you could check it and see. That's what I
weird
just
question.
checked. Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's clever though, Don.
Classic mechanic, right? Not to be confused with modern mechanic. Says running around without your drawers Now it's a party.
It's a party.
It's a good time.
And then we have Neil White. Says Hawaiian Shirt Day. Here you come. Right.
That's when he was talking about getting corporate.
Yeah,
'Cause
no,
we're gonna have offices.
I am looking forward to that and the news bulletins being printed out once a week
Pass
on
company-wide
our
bulletins.
cork board.
Yeah,
right?
where you're supposed to park. Just be advised that every Thursday is this. Bring your money.
So what's going to
all
happen
kinds of cool
is
things.
next week we're going to get audited, and somebody's going to come in and say, "Hey, Anthony, so what exactly would you say you do here?"
The Bobs are going to show up.
And I'm going to have to fight for my job, right? And if I'm not on next week's Q&A, then you'll know what happened.
Bob and Bob here to take your job.
Bob and Bob. Kimberly MC says, shout out to all of the creators who have been bringing it.
Yes.
Right?
Agreed.
Ed Iverson saying, welcome back, gents. Thanks for the UK footage and Levi's behind-the-scenes video tour. This is my birthday weekend eve, turning 56 years young on Monday.
Ooh,
Congratulations, Ed.
Congratulations, and happy birthday on
Young,
Monday.
13 years older than me.
Yeah, he looks the same age as you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
That's great. He's so young looking.
He is. He is.
Congrats, Ed. And Super so much room for activities. That's what it feels like. Yeah.
Right.
Pull Paul from Detailing Reviews. Superato saying Dane with the new fan, Anthony with the new exhaust fan. I didn't even think about that.
Yep.
Randall, hey guys, quick question.
God.
What would be a good polish to be on alloy wheels? I have
crap. I didn't think about that.
Hey guys, quick question. What would a good polish be on alloy wheels? I have swirled not so shiny alloy wheels on my Ram 1500 and a pad combo with that as well.
A man of culture.
So are they polished aluminum? Because if they're just clear coated, it's going to be a little harder to go from there. But clear coated, you could just use last cut. You could use a 3-inch tool. You could use any 3-inch pad that you wanted to. But if you're going to actually do metal polishing, Metal Bright, M1 from G-Technic, their metal polish, either of those work great, easy to use, simple. So there you go. And then Lee says Paul.
All right, so we're on to page. Ooh, is this going to be 3 or 4? Let's find out. Oh, probably on page 3 right now.
There we go.
There we go.
Is that now? Okay.
All right. They're all saying happy birthday.
Yeah.
Darren saying, hope y'all's t-shirts fit okay. Really hope you liked yours, Levi. Kind of jealous. I lost that whole design.
Oh, no. So you have the only one.
I'm the only one that got that?
You're the only one that got it.
So.
It's a one-off.
That's a Levi special.
I got the Hairy Horsewife t-shirt.
Okay, nice.
It was like a Dunkin' style.
Nice. Yeah, it's currently in my top drawer. I just washed it.
So now I have 3 Dunkin' Donut style shirts.
Yes.
Nice.
I like them all, though.
Detailing Reviews. Go ahead, Anthony.
Says, yes, I'm here, LOL. I finally found my way.
We're just glad you're here. All right.
Okay.
Bam.
Hey, Aaron from customer service. Dane, Levi, and Anthony, do you like doorbusters?
Do you like doorbusters?
Too funny.
Sydney from PNS saying, hi, welcome back, everyone. Good to see your faces.
Hey.
And Dino saying, hello, boys and girls. Good to see you back. Thank you, Dino.
Likewise.
Hans says, finally, they're back. Well, Hans, you were the one taking them all.
Hans, we saw you.
Honestly, I could tell
Hans
you, though,
had, like, you guys, too.
You got the in-person treatment.
So I was surprised when I actually saw some of the footage, like some of the behind-the-scenes footage, where Hans was literally taking turns hanging out in you guys' beds.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Watching TV and stuff.
That was a little unexpected.
I thought we didn't know that was going to happen. I thought that was very nice of you guys to let him come in, hang out in the evenings.
He showed up at our door.
But his room was literally across the hall.
He showed up at our door and he said, do you guys want to do this the hard way or the easy way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he held up a bottle of chloroform. And I said, we're just going to make this the easy way. So he goes, cool, I'll just walk right in.
When the man with the dragon tattoo
he did walk back across the hall to put his bottle back.
Yeah, chloroform back.
He was like, all right, cool.
I don't need this.
Guys, I'm staying right here.
And so that's when we busted out the Kinder cards that Dirk dropped off, and we hung out and we watched Naked Attraction.
Never mind how confused and horrified Jimmy looked, just sitting in the corner watching all this play out.
Yeah.
It's Jimmy's first time out.
First time out of the country. He needs to learn.
I don't think he'll ever go
Josh
back.
McKay says, hi from Miami. And then we have Mark Thompson says, do you know if DIY Detail has an in-house chemist? I do not know that answer.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm sure Ivan is happy to answer.
Yep.
PS Detail Products official. I think it's actually official.
It's
It says
Sydney.
official
I think
now.
it's just Sydney.
I know, but I
Yeah.
like that it's named PS Detail Products official, though.
Because there's like knockoff accounts out
Because
there,
it
something
could be
you
a
gotta-
knockoff,
Could-
right?
you're
I mean,
right.
somebody could have an account that says PS Detail Products knockoff account. Spam account is
Spam
what it would
account.
say.
Wow.
Burner account, right?
Nice.
And Sydney says, I hate chip seal. Speaking of rock chips, I'm literally testing a liquid temporary
Ooh.
PPF, paint protection film, right now on my
Wow,
trip.
that's pretty cool.
For road trips,
Hashtags,
that sounds
No rock chips.
awesome.
Yeah, that'd
That
be pretty rad.
Beats throwing up like blue tape every
Yeah.
time or something.
Kirby,
Yeah.
asphalt glue is aka tar. Time for a demo on tar remover.
I mean, we did one a while back, but we could always do another.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good stuff.
True.
Han says Sydney's in the house. A detail and review saying the right side. Can't believe Waxstock was nearly 2 weeks ago now. And then JP saying clear coat Nazi. How do you guys go about closing your guys' gas caps without touching or marring
I
the
love
paint?
this question.
Oh, so I don't care.
That's the real answer. I touch the edge. That's what I do.
I just touch it. I just
Yeah.
shut it.
I'm not so paranoid about it that I'm afraid to touch it. I just touch on the edge because I don't like the look of a fingerprint either.
Question, JP, do you also lean on your car when you're pumping gas? Because I do.
Okay, I don't do that.
I do, because what am I going to do? Hurt it?
I mean, you know how to fix it if anything
Exactly.
happens, so you're
That's
not
right.
worried.
That's right. Anthony,
Yes.
tell us
So-
about what you do.
JP, right? You can't leave a fingerprint mark if you don't have them. So I've sanded my fingerprints completely off, right? Now what this does is helps me in multiple situations,
Right.
right? I commit a crime, right? I hide a family in my attic, right? I touch my gas cap. No fingerprints left behind
I
because
see.
there's
Yeah.
nothing
Impressive.
there, right? Started off with 80 grit, right? Sounds painful, right? Worked my way up to 200.
What was your
right?
healing
Oh.
time?
What's that?
What was the healing time on
Healing
this?
time was roughly 3 to 4 weeks between each session, right? Keep
Okay.
in mind,
All right.
I'm going down to bare flesh every single time.
It's just sanding.
Anyways,
coats.
I ended up wet sanding and finishing it out with a 3000 and a little bit of last cut compound, right? Smooth.
Look how
nothing.
shiny they are.
Nothing there, right?
So shiny.
I'm kidding. So
Don't do
what,
that, people.
what
Don't
I
do that.
actually do for my closing my gas cap, I use the top of my finger here.
Oh.
So when I close it, I use the cushiony part
I mean, yeah.
right
It's
here.
just open to it just.
But the thing
Do you have
is,
hair on that finger?
there's no
You-
real
you have
hair.
a- you
but
have
I
a
use that
high plush?
and I simply press that in and click it in. Right now, what I like about this is
prints.
right. Typically no oils on the back of your hands,
true.
right? Most
Yeah.
of the time you're gonna have oils gonna be on the front of your hands,
Right.
or the face of your hands. And so I don't use my fingertips again. Don't want to leave any fingerprints, right? I don't want to leave an impression there on
wanna
the
be that
paint
guy.
in case it sticks around for too long. I forget to quick detail it. So I just take that and use my thumb as a backing plate, right? And click that and push that inward and wait till the snap, and I'm good to go, right? Other methods you could use, you could have a microfiber towel in hand if you want to close it with that. You can simply
you
close
just
it
use
back
the corner of
together.
your shirt
No,
and
Dane,
just
that's
push it shut.
unpure, so I would never do that.
Well, I've done
But
that, so.
right there,
doing that.
try
Okay,
that.
thank you.
You could also try to palm it, but again, oils, right, are going to be there, especially if you're grabbing that gas, the pump, right? Where does that rest? Your palm of your hand, right? What's all over that thing? Oils. So
Well, if you've got a slightly
Top.
tougher gas cap that
practice
requires
that.
a little more
Let's
force,
practice that as a team.
take your method.
Take your thumb,
Tap it.
and make like a little right there on that first crease. Dane, can you
No, I
do
just
that?
do this.
Right there.
I
Get it a
just-
little bit further
Yeah,
down.
he's
right.
just doing
now,
this.
see how you have that
It's just
cushion
a
there,
little-
Dane? Right here. Look right
Yep,
here.
yep,
See
yep.
that cushiony
Yeah,
right there? Now take that and act like you're closing a gas cap.
Yeah, there you go. Wow, really
What do you
impressive.
think?
No, like when you're in a public
I am
restroom
impressed.
and you
I
have to
am
open a door,
impressed.
I
I
just
love that you
use the
thought about
broad side
this.
of my knuckles and stuff along here.
There's no need to
that way,
punch the
there's
gas
no way you're
cap,
putting your
Dane.
fingertips on there. It's good, and I can close a gas cap that's a little tougher.
Well, it looks
with
tou-
the
it does
back
look
side.
tough.
You look
When you're
cooler
punching,
when you do
you're
it. You're like
punching
punching
cool.
slowly.
Yeah,
You
I
don't-
like
yes,
it. You're
don't-
kind of giving your car a fist bump
It's got some attitude
because
yeah, the
you
car
just
fist bump.
you just filled it up. It's saying thank you, and you're telling it you're welcome.
You're like
a little
solid,
fist bump.
bro,
No,
and then
no,
you
no, it's
hop in
not
and you drive
necessary
away.
to
It's
do
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Simply
Meanwhile, Anthony's out here with his dainty little.
I would love to see some future memes of
Tapping it.
that exact finger position.
Okay, from now on,
There we go.
I'm just just fist bumping. So
There
here
you
we go.
Jojo Crawdaddy saying, "Hey fellers, I had heard that CarPro Spotless was safe for coatings. However, I tried some on the glass where I have diamond glass, and it totally killed the coating.
Oh.
Thoughts on why this is? CarPro Spotless is what?
Oh, it's probably a water spot remover.
Oh, water spot remover.
So it would eat at stuff that's on glass. So I wouldn't try to put any water spot remover up against a glass coating. Period.
Okay. Just
So,
end
now
of
you know.
story.
Just because it's just a different substrate. Very, very
Lee
different.
says, was nice to meet Dane and Anthony at Waxstock. Levi, thank you for sending the TRC cap and T-shirt.
You're welcome,
You
man,
were a
and
gentleman,
congrats
Lee.
on your car winning. That was pretty rad. I saw that.
That was
Yeah, no,
nice
his-
to meet
his
you.
thing was-
Congrats.
Pretty dialed, man.
Yes.
It was very good looking. Yeah. And it sounds like business is great for him as well. Do you know that he does mostly JDM stuff?
That's rad.
Cool.
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
That's how he literally started his business, was based around JDM vehicles. And I go,
Nice.
that's what I would do.
Yeah.
And somebody bring me their first American muscle car, I say, I'm not touching that. I don't want that. I'm not interested.
Not for here.
It's not
Oh.
for us here.
But no, congrats, Lee.
Nice.
Yo Hurl says, yo, happy Friday Eve to all. I do miss being able to be here live. Yo Hurl, we missed
Thank
you
you.
as
We
well.
missed you too.
Joey saying hi. Sydney saying, switch to my account. I hate chip seal, but speaking of rock chips, I'm literally testing a liquid PPF temporary right now.
City
on
is
my
also
Yes.
doing the same thing as
Yeah.
PNS.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Same
The
thing.
overlap
They're the
in
same
these
person.
things.
Almost.
Please tell
Ed
us how that
Iverson
goes.
says, chip seal season. Thank God for you, Lex. And then Dino Gravik saying, there's no morning road or sidewalk cleaning in the U.S. In my city of Austria, every morning at 4 a.m. near city center are cleaning trucks and sweepers that are also washing the road and sidewalk. Well, Dino, here in Boise, Idaho, our city is very, very clean.
Yeah.
It's one thing that we notice whenever we travel all over the world is how clean our town is.
Or when we have visitors here and they say the
They
same
go,
thing.
wow, there's like, this place is really clean. So there's not a necessity for that as much. They do go through and clean the streets, especially after chip seals and after winter, because we use a lot of sand.
Yeah.
In our
No salt
intersections
really,
and
but
stuff
sand, yes.
for traction. And so they do come through and clean up. So I think my actual street gets washed maybe twice a year.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe that.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
it couldn't be more than once or twice.
I
Yeah.
get pumped. Whenever I see the street sweepers and the cleaners, I get so excited.
Yeah.
Do they come into
go-
your neighborhood then?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
But I just go, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that.
You like salute them as
once
they drive
to
by.
twice a year.
Yeah.
I
it's
would
nice.
take it more
Yeah.
if I could, but
Yeah.
I mean, I
You
don't
get
know
what
how
you
this- I think
can.
they get paid by the city, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taxpayers.
Well, like
money.
downtown right now is going through a ton of construction.
Yes.
Road construction.
A lot of new
so it'll
stuff.
happen where it'll go through, they'll clean and
There's a lot of
sweep
new
everything.
buildings going
Yeah,
up downtown.
they'll go through again probably
I
before winter.
don't even recognize downtown. Remember when I had that whole conversation about how I remember how it used to be that parking lot?
Yeah.
It was just a dirt parking lot.
There were several of those.
And my
yeah.
wife said, "Did you ever actually park in that dirt parking lot?" I said, "No, I'd never do that."
I just
And
remember
she
that
goes,
lot.
Well, then why does it matter that they're
It just
building
sticks out in your
on it?"
memory.
Yeah.
You remember
But I'm
these
still
things.
pissed whenever I see new stuff going up over there.
I remember
go,
picking up a
"Please
car."
Stop building this town.
Our city is
up."
starting
remember
to look more like
parking.
a city.
I remember dropping my car off, picking up a car at one of the buildings downtown, but parking in the Trader Joe's parking lot
Yeah.
when it was a dirt lot. When there
Yeah.
was no Trader Joe's or any of
Yeah.
those.
That was literally
just a
that was
dirt
the most
gravel lot.
iconic dirt lot too.
Yeah.
Because right, you're going to the movies, right? You're gonna go catch a flick over there, right? Maybe you want to stop there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe B, you want to go to PF Chang's, right? It's a
Mm-hmm.
local hot
Correct.
spot, right? Did Boise have many big restaurants? No. PF Chang's was literally one of our best restaurants that we had.
We didn't.
for
I've
many
never been to
years.
PF Chang's.
You'd never been as a Boise
No,
resident
it's-
of 800
It's
years.
a garbage restaurant.
We've
That's-
gone
it's
there
a
maybe
chain.
3 times.
So what did we have? What
It's
did
a
we have?
chain
I
restaurant.
know, but
Yeah.
what big
Inexpensive.
restaurants did we have? Or big expensive restaurants do we have at that time?
Well, you didn't need to have a big
15 years ago.
expensive restaurant.
That's what I'm saying, though.
You could just go have a delicious dinner at Piper Pub
Yeah, or
Wonderful place.
Hawkins Packout.
or Hawkins, which I ate at this week.
It's always been
Delicious.
Bitter
But
Creek
what I'm
for me.
trying
I
to
love
Yeah,
say,
Bitter
Bitter
though,
Creek too. Wonderful place.
Is that
Love
many
Bitter
years
Creek.
ago, that was PF Chang's was like the pinnacle of like our nicest restaurant that we had, right?
Well, to be fair, that parking garage didn't have any like high-rise luxury apartments on it either. That got
At the
added
time
later.
either, yeah.
I filmed my student films on there when it was just a parking garage, and I made my friend run up and down all those stairs. He hated me after that.
Now we have places in Boise, right, where a drink could cost upwards of $22, right?
That's when you know you've made it.
Yeah.
Who is paying for that?
So my future brother-in-law is in
Psychotic.
town, and I was reading their little story that they did because they're having their wedding reception here this weekend. And one of his stories was he can't believe how cheap, when he first came 10 years ago, how cheap drinks were in Boise outside of Boston. That was his reason. Like, I love this place. I was like, they're $2 beers. Like,
if you live in a metro area, at that point, you're just used to your drinks costing much as meals do elsewhere.
yeah,
So
pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Sydney says, "Hey Hans, so good to finally meet you in person."
that was nice. Yeah, Sydney got to meet a lot of people that otherwise she'd only heard from online.
Jeff C saying, as a civil engineer, light, I love chip and seal. As a car and detailing enthusiast, I despise chip and seal. I do too. I love chip seal because of the fact that it basically redo the roadway without ever having to really dig down.
Yeah.
Where like Broadway just went through a whole, like took it down like 6 inches and are completely reskinning the whole thing.
That one's a little different.
I would prefer them to just chip seal it.
Yeah, where they got to scrape it.
So, yeah. Ricardo B saying, what's up, TRC crew? Anthony, hope your nose is working after all that sniff testing. Good and bad, lol. Welcome back, guys.
Thank you, man. Speaking of sniff testing, Levi actually got to smell my two cents that I made over at the Infinity Wax booth. And what do you think, Levi?
Very nice.
Pretty good.
I'm very impressed.
So,
thank you.
In case anybody missed it, we did do a full live stream where we actually showed him doing the entire process of building it over at the Infinity Wax place. Yeah. Very cool. I recommend you check it out after this stream.
Yeah, where can they find that at?
Well, they can find it on the Rag Company podcast YouTube channel right here.
Very good.
Easy to find. Just look up day 1 and 2 of Wax Stop.
Joey Belinsky, careful with those super chats. They may end up funding a 2-week vacation.
Trust me, no
Great
vacation here.
JP CarPro recently released D-Quartz demo showcasing their scratch resistance abilities through a tunnel wash. I think Diamond Body should do something similar. Would be neat to see. What do you all think? JP, that's a good point. When D-Quartz was released, they stated it's the first, what was it, Dane? Functional?
Yeah, they used the word functional as like
diamond coating.
Okay, I'm going to sound rude here, as a weasel word to avoid stepping on the toes of
Diamond Protec.
Diamond Protec. At least I assume that was the case because Diamond Protec had already been out at that point.
A little bit. They were released right about the same time.
Yeah.
The biggest thing, though, was that Diamond Protec has patented processes, not only in the recipe, but also in the way they formulate the diamond, the nano diamonds. So that was the biggest reason, was to get kind of around that.
Yeah, because I remembered seeing that announced when we were at SEMA, and that popped up just in my feed
and diamonds
on Instagram.
are even OptiCoat has technically been a diamond coating because it's a carbon. They take a man-made diamond, which is a carbon molecule, and put that through and mix it up with their chemistry. Same way D-Quartz mixes it with their chemistry.
And I don't doubt this stuff's good.
Yeah, and Diamond Protec takes same ingredient but mixes it with their chemistry. It's literally like Anthony loves funfetti cake.
Yeah.
You like, what's your favorite type of cake?
I mean, I love cheesecake, man.
Dane's a cheesecake guy. Kind of both cakes, but very different.
Yeah.
Yours is dense cream cheese with a type of flour and a type of sugar to add that thickness to it, where Anthony's is very light,
airy,
and fun, and just
fun.
Generally a lot of fun.
Right.
It's a vibe.
So, and like, let's say I want a chocolate cake, right?
Yeah.
They're all cakes, technically.
You being a chocolate cake kind of guy, right? What do we get from you? Comfort, right?
Right.
We get happiness. We feel like we're at home, warmth, right?
Not saying that any of them are wrong.
All those
it's just
things.
What we like. Yeah. And it's the same with with those types of coatings. They're all diamonds, in a sense, but the other ingredients are different. Just like the cheesecake, the regular funfetti cake, and the chocolate cake. Yeah. Just a little different. Same, but different.
But some people prefer certain cakes over the others.
Right? Yeah. And you know what? That's okay, guys.
Some people are weird and like carrot cakes.
Those people typically don't have a lot of friends.
I can't really trust people like that.
Liz likes carrot cake. I've always found that interesting. She loves cheesecake, but she mentioned carrot cake was like a guilty pleasure of hers. I'm like,
I think there's a texture infatuation.
Just the fact that you've
there.
added vegetables to your cake makes it
carrot
confusing
cake
for me.
texture-wise reminds me of like banana bread that sat out a little too long. It's got that.
But see,
kind
I
of
like
texture.
banana bread. I cannot
I
abide
do like
a
banana
carrot
bread,
cake.
but banana bread is sweeter. So basically, just that kind of like pumpernickel kind of bread kind of texture.
Again, cannot abide a pumpernickel.
Once again, we're off on the in the
Kimberly
weeds here.
MC saying it was nice to actually see and hear Hans closing. By the way, what do you want to see in the U.S.? Hey.
Where am I?
All right. Superauto saying expiration best before dates are merely suggestions anyway. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Usually you
So
got
you gotta live your life that way.
nice big window padding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gary from Long Island saying Gates family fighting bears to settle Boise since 1672.
Just keeps going back.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Yep.
Darren saying $10 super chat.
Hey.
Because I didn't get a chance to buy you all a drink
Oh,
of
it's
wax.
all
Buddy,
good, man.
you're too
Dude, you
kind.
stocked
good.
us up with
You were
$10
so
worth of
nice.
honey each.
I mean,
Yeah, no, I think it's more than $10.
probably
I
more.
think that each one of those organic jars of honey, oh my gosh, in the black market around here.
Oh yeah,
That's
they're probably
liquid
$30.
gold.
Like you give that to an ancestral, crack, honey crack
So
addict.
that is
Wow.
one of my favorite. So there was a show used to be on HBO Max called The Beforeigners,
Yeah.
and it was about like a time portal where people from the Paleolithic age would come back to like Norway, and then like people from the 1800s and people from the 1700 or 1600s. So they'd all come in these different time periods. But one of the main characters was from the Viking age.
Okay.
And they asked while they were at a hotel for the first time, they're like, looking at the eggs. And she goes, are those eggs free? And her partner's like, yeah, like it's breakfast at the hotel. And she's like, she walks over and she gets like a bunch of like, fills her pockets full of eggs. And they're all like hard-boiled eggs. But she's like, got to keep them. And then she sees the honey like just sitting out and she goes, is that honey free too? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, got it. Like goes and
Glob.
grabs like a coffee cup and is like pouring in like all the honey into the coffee cup so she can just drink it.
Just saving it for later. Glug.
Nutrition.
like just trying to put it in her pocket.
Dino says, funny thing. Things that you can buy in a can will be good for another 2 years after the best to use until maybe, Dino, that might be applicable in Austria,
Maybe.
but here in the U.S., I don't know, man.
Some stuff you can do get away with 2 years. Lately they've changed.
I've cracked open some cans, which I'm like, it probably won't ever go bad, and I've been
Unpleasantly
it looks,
surprised.
It looks okay.
I think the
It
only thing
smells
that counts okay
it doesn't
is
digest properly.
Yeah,
if that makes
the thing
sense.
I think the most is the fact that like pumpkin pie mix
Yeah.
never goes bad
Yeah.
Now, is it
because
just
everybody has one.
Yeah. I was going to say, is it
Can-
my imagination? No, canned food is one thing. Like, I feel like canned food does last a good long while. That's why it tends to be popular for food drives, that kind of thing. But when it comes to, like, canned beverages and stuff, I feel like those, for whatever reason, do let off a little bit of carbonation over time. It's just, they feel like they air out faster, like a beer in a can versus a beer in a bottle. I feel like in the bottle it lasts
Yeah.
longer.
Well, there's probably
If it's-
actives in
if
there.
it's like hidden in the back of the fridge and you forget about it, and then you
We'll
drink
have
it
to
like
do some research.
6 years
we'll
after
do some
you got it.
we'll do some research and report back.
I've always felt like the cans go first.
Yeah.
If you know better, tell
There we
me.
go.
Yeah.
Han says, Kimberly, yeah, still need to send them the airtime bill. I want to see the TRC and PNS building, visit Sydney's shop, maybe visit Rennie's, a whole bunch of other detailers and shops. Well, that'd be a fun
You
trip.
should come
Hans.
out here. I was telling Hans when
Yeah.
we were seeing him in person that he should make his way out, find an excuse, and do it.
Yeah, Fred saying hi, everybody. Michael Scott saying nobody puts baby in the corner. Edmund Iverson saying, how long could Diamond Body 36 last in storage after opening? Cool dark storage, I'm assuming. Yes. Biggest thing is making sure that that lid is tight, very tight. You could also put a piece of electrical tape around it if you're going to hold on to it for a little longer, just to
true.
try and keep oxygen
the
from
oxygen
getting out, in or out.
LHF Detailing says, welcome back, gentlemen.
Yes.
I'm just here to see what forever car Dane brought back from the UK and what panel Anthony has to repaint after leaving his car unattended.
Oh, I was eyeballing
is
some
too
Morgan
funny.
three-wheelers when we were over there.
Hideous
there was
cars.
one
Oh
in
my God, they're
particular.
ugly.
It was green with a Union Jack on the side. It was It was
I'm
definitely
surprised
for
that
me.
that company has stayed in business making cars out of wood, considering how hideous they are.
Your aesthetic choices, I get it. I understand it.
Dane,
But
it's most people's aesthetic choices. The Morgan, any of those Morgan vehicles,
if you're somebody who's into
They're
classic,
for drivers. I like
if you're
them. I
for
think they're not
classic
for drivers,
Triumphs
no.
or MGs
They're
or old
for
Alphas,
high-performance driving.
stuff like that, things you like, open
It's
top.
it's like if you love
wheeling.
Evos and you love motorcycles, it's the perfect marriage of those type of vehicles.
man,
I
yeah,
mean, nothing screams tuner like a Morgan.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
So,
right.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Listen to
We
that
were
motor
talking
whine.
about it, and we were even talking to the person giving us the tour, and they're like, "Yeah, like, what do you think of these kind of cars?" And I look at him like dead, just like, like straight in the eyes, right?
You were falling asleep during
And
the tour.
I said, "I think the Ariel Atom is cooler," and he goes, "Oh, yeah." We've heard of those. And I go, it's better looking in literally every single way. It's probably more fun. It's probably faster.
Because you like things that look more aggressive.
It also has a
more
Honda engine. That's why.
modern. Yeah.
Well, they come with the Honda engine. if
These
you
are
want
cars that
You
literally
get a Morgan with a Honda engine?
the
wouldn't
aesthetic
want any of them.
philosophy of these cars pretty much stopped after the 1950s and 60s. That's where they
No.
stopped. So
Bad period
it's
for cars
different.
being manufactured.
You would be very wrong in many people's eyes if you said
Ooh,
that car
here's the-
design
Dane,
was
are you
worse
about to
in
tell me that
50s
the
and
that the
60s.
that the XJ220 is the best looking vehicle ever made?
No,
'Cause
I'm not
it's-
going to tell you that.
'cause it's hideous as well.
But it is, according to Dane.
I love the XJ220, but it's not the best looking car of all time. Anyway,
Darren says,
Point being.
the jarred honey is from a bunch of wildflowers. The comb itself is from hives that were surrounded by borage fields for miles. So I can say it's probably 99% borage flower.
I don't know what a borage
I don't even know what a
is.
borage flower is.
Wow, what do you think,
Darren,
though?
what is
It's
a borage
delicious.
flower?
This is very sweet. It's very nice.
Can you like explain what a borage flower is?
Hans says, did someone say take away tub?
Sydney was getting so mad at the alternative terms used for things like, oh, she's like,
Can you
I
get a
want it to
to-go
go,
box?
and they're like, oh, do you mean a takeaway tub? And she's just like, freaking out. It was pretty funny to
funny, yeah.
watch.
Joey says they took all of our personal trash bins from our desks at work. Communal trash only now.
Oh, that's
man.
probably next for us.
I don't even know
Joey.
where my trash can went.
That actually
Someone
happened
stole
in this
mine.
office. Nobody has trash cans anymore. We have
Anthony
a
does.
communal trash can.
Anthony has his.
Wait, you
I
got
got
a
one.
trash can?
So
You must
they-
have found one.
So I
'cause
had
nobody
no,
gave
I
that
had
to
to
you.
literally work the uppers, upper management,
Oh, you
and
did.
see what I could do about getting a trash can.
Oh,
And let's just say, a lot of paperwork to get that done.
Wow. Didn't realize it was going to be that
Yep,
difficult.
new process.
And where'd that paperwork go? In the trash. Okay.
Eric
next
Beasley
up.
says hello from Stupid Hot, or hey from Stupid Hot, Louisiana. Heat index of 112 today.
Ugh.
Wow.
Yuck.
Ooh, detailing reviews says he wants some honey, Darren.
Well, you're in the right place to get it from him. All you got to do is ask.
Glenn Dennis saying, good afternoon, lads. Good to see you back. Good afternoon,
Good to
Glenn.
see you, Glenn.
He who shall remain nameless also popping in says, welcome back. Looks like it was a great trip.
It was an enjoyable trip. There's always ups and downs, but at least it keeps it interesting.
Super Auto saying, is the UK where all the mind the gap signs are? Yes.
Yes.
Correct, yes.
Mind
And
the
there's
gap.
also a constant woman's voice over pretty much every underground station, every airport.
I feel like this
every
poor
bus
lady was
station.
overworked because her voice is everywhere.
Yeah, it's just-
the same woman's voice
It's
everywhere.
see it, say it, sort it.
Oh,
Yeah, I
no,
remember
but
that.
Anthony
Yeah,
always-
That's my favorite. I love
See
that.
it.
He just
Say it,
kept repeating it
sorted.
everywhere we went. See it, say it, sorted.
See it, say it, sorted. So funny.
It's fun, though.
Yeah.
Saying happy Friday, Junior from South Coast, Massachusetts.
Hey.
And then Darren saying, gotta say, Hans, what a legend for the Stroopwafel this year. Gave me a nice pick-me-up when I started to feel a bit tired.
Holy crap!
Oh.
What happened to my stroopwafel?
I don't know.
I
No,
don't
hold
know.
on. There's a stroopwafel that's what I was missing.
My bag had no stroopwafel in it, so you
So,
guys
there
took
was
care of your
somebody
own
that
stroopwafel.
robbed us of our stroopwafels. Then
I want to check with Jimmy because Jimmy was
no,
definitely
because I
enjoying some
remember I got my
stroopwafel.
stroopwafel. I put it in my bag right with all my other things. I wouldn't have lost a stroopwafel.
I was never.
It's not
given
something I would
one.
have lost.
If I was given one, I don't have it in any of my bags.
You know
We
what?
have to find it.
Maybe it was Mandy. Maybe it was John Hull. Maybe they saw my stroopwafel
And they
like
stole
being
it.
passed to me,
And
and
they
they
ate it.
said,
Yeah, but he took you to Smith and Western, so it's all good.
that's true.
Right guy saying, what's everyone's method targets for an enhancement detail? Ivan says you should shoot for 1 hour max, $250 an hour. That is a good goal to shoot for.
That is wow.
But I feel like
Very
that
good
works
goal.
for ideal scenarios where the car isn't totally trash. So, Rye Guy, the biggest thing is building up your own speed. The goal is that the more times that you detail a car, or the more times you polish a car, the more times you look at different paint, the more you get used to it. You see that. I was talking the other day.
You see it, you say it, and you sort it.
Yeah, see it, say it, sort it. So you guys know the joke. I've been working on my tinting.
Yeah.
I spent this week
Amateur tint shop.
tinting the Suburban.
Okay, how'd it
Tinted
go?
the whole Suburban.
Last we spoke, it wasn't going well.
It's done.
Okay, how
It
does
looks
it look?
good.
Pretty good?
Pretty decent. I could
Okay.
probably redo a couple more windows.
Yeah.
But I look at that and I got to remember, I've only tinted 13 windows in
So
my
that's
entire
like
career.
2.5 cars.
Right. You got to look at it from that point of view. In my detailing career, I could polish a car in an hour and get a good enhancement detail and charge $250.
But you couldn't do that day one. You had to learn
Couldn't
and
do
build
that
to
day one.
Yeah.
Because I've polished close to 50,000 cars.
You could say your skills were polished.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've got to remember that. I look at Justin. Whenever we watch Justin out here wrapping cars, he makes it
Magician.
look so easy and so fluid and so simple.
Yeah.
But you got to remember the number of years that he has under his belt of laying vinyl on all these different panels and all these different types and using these techniques. He is a master, and that's when you get to that level. So when Ivan says something like everyone's method or target for an enhancement detail should be this, yes, that is true. The goal is to work up to that. Make that your goal. If you're starting out and you're like, oh, I can only do this much for that or this much for that, good. That's fine. Work your way up. It's just like we do when you do ones like if Dane started detailing on the side, right? If you started,
Yeah.
you would charge a lower amount and you'd be like, hey, Dad, let me have your Suburban. I'm going to clean it up for you for Father's Day,
Yeah.
right? It might take you 4 or 5 hours to get it all cleaned up.
Yeah. I'm not
Right?
an expert hands-on
Right.
detailer.
Yeah.
I could talk about it, but
Yeah, you
doing
know
it,
the
I'll be
process.
slow guy.
You would
Yeah.
know the process pretty well,
Sure.
but it's learning your capability and your speed.
But unlike you, where you're doing muscle memory, I'm actively thinking about it while
Right.
I'm doing it, which adds to the time because I'm not just fluidly going from one
Or
thing
it'd be
to the
like if
next.
you or I riding a motorcycle with Anthony.
Right, yeah,
We'd
he's
be
going
having
to
to
outpace
actively
us.
think about like, okay, traffic, cars, am I shifting? Am I making sure that I've got the brake? Am I using the clutch properly?
Yeah.
Like, because it wouldn't be second nature for you and me.
Yeah, I've ridden
where
lots of
he's
dirt
been
bikes,
riding-
but being on road is a whole
But
other
he's been riding
experience.
far longer than we have.
Yeah.
So for him, he just hops on his motorcycle and goes for a ride.
True.
So it's just the skill set everybody has.
Yeah.
But that is a very good goal to shoot for, and you should plan on making that a goal to shoot for.
True that, Levi. I like
Fred Shamrovich, run the condensate water through a Brita, and it should be good, I would think.
that.
All
Interesting.
right, nice. Never tried that.
What page am I on? Let's take a look.
Oh, I
There
got
we
Hans
go.
there.
We're on page 5 again. Man, that just
All right, he
flew.
says, Hans says, the Hairy Horsewife, next year I'll bring some original ones for you. I ran out of those and only had chocolate covered left. Next year. And then he says, then we have the one who shall remain nameless, Tyler, Kevin, whatever the heck your name is. I would totally buy a TRC Hawaiian shirt.
Honestly, I kind of love that idea. I think it would be
Man,
fun to
that
do
would.
some like Dixon bamboos, but with like a Hawaiian pattern on them and
One of them being
little
Dane's
TRC
face.
logo. Love it. Love
Yes.
it.
With
It's just
the
a picture
hat.
of me
Yeah,
on
with
a
the
beach
hat.
drinking from a
the
coconut.
Absolute hat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And some tikis.
Yeah.
With a bottle of Absolute on a table
And
next to me. as I'm
pineapples,
sipping.
upside down pineapples
Oh
all
my
over
God.
the place.
Just censored with
Ceiling
pineapples.
fans.
Ceiling fans.
Mid-century modern ceiling fans.
Why is this outdoors? I don't know.
Are those propellers?
Yeah.
It's hanging from a palm tree
It looks like it. It's kind of fun, huh?
It is. Is that a massage chair as well?
in the sand.
Yeah.
We should have Nate start designing something.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
All right. Ricardo B saying, "What's up, Glenn? Hope all is good. What's up, Ricardo?"
That would be like a summer wrap-up shirt.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, okay. We're on to page 4 now. Let's try that. Bam.
Detail review says my fuel cap needs a key to unlock, so I use that to open and shut. Smart.
Nice.
There you go.
Darren says Hans, they were amazing, even though they were chocolate covered. They were amazing. And then Dino says, just ask TRC EU what it's like to have a fake account spam your comments. I don't doubt it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Superado says, who knew rubber cement would come back after all those years as a temporary PPF to prevent rock chips? And Fred Shemrovich saying, Joey just foaming anything and everything. Hans says, don't forget they got Stroop waffles shoved in their mouths. They wouldn't be able to speak for a hot
Oh, my
minute.
gosh, Hans.
He dropped the chloroform and just went straight to
says,
Stroop waffles.
When I close my fuel filler cap, usually just bang it against my hip to close it. Not too worried as it's got a TRC decal over it protecting the paint. That's probably the best case scenario is to put a sticker over there.
There you go.
Hans says, closing the fuel cap door, I give it a high kick. And then Superado says Anthony and his butter soft suede fingertips.
That's pretty much it.
That's all that's left.
And then Graham, evening lads, the boys are back in town. Best things come in threes. Please make this the case for next year's wax stock.
Yep, Graham.
And
We know.
Isaac says,
People
put a
miss
TRC
Levi.
sticker on the gas cap. Woo! And Rick saying, hello, everyone. Glad to be here. Thank you, Rick. And then Dan Pfeiffer with a good afternoon and a word
Hey.
up from hot and steamy Minnesota. Coming in a little late today. Happy Friday Eve, TRC gang. What's
Right
up,
back
buddy?
at you. Whoa, sorry, this thing is
And
jumping
then
around.
Eric Beasley saying, I have a... Oh, nope. Detail
It's like
Review says, my
repeating
fuel
itself.
cap needs a key to unlock, so I use that. Eric Beasley says, I have a couple of cars coming in to clean on Saturday.
Ooh.
I'll be using Defender for the first time. Is there anything you guys would suggest putting it on? Just a towel.
You wouldn't suggest putting
Wouldn't
it on.
suggest? Oh, no, you can put it on paint, glass, trim, wheels. It's super easy.
Don't put on your tires.
Yeah. I wouldn't do that, but...
Yeah.
And then Neil says, I side with Levi on restaurants. Joey, well, everybody knows I'm the biggest guy who's all about mom and pops. I
That's
hate
right.
chains.
Yeah,
everybody
True,
knows that.
but you know who does love chains? Joey Belinsky, who loves
Says a
PF
shout out.
Chang's as
PF
well
Chang's.
as Red Robin.
Yep, big fan.
He's a
of
Red
them.
Robin enthusiast,
He
just
says
like my
yum.
wife.
Yeah, he says yum.
Which is funny because, my wife's birthday was back on July 19th, right? And she
go to Red Robin when she was
I told her we could go to
overseas?
Red Robin, right? She got back, and I said, do you still want to go to Red Robin? She goes, no, I want to go to someplace even better. I'm like,
Oh,
what could
whoa.
that be, right? Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, nice.
Another great chain.
Yeah. Dragon with the AK, the
Whoa.
Stiarna Glacier contain
Ooh.
abrasives, and can I use it on top of a coating? It doesn't. It has a little bit of cut, but it does have more sealing and sealant properties on there.
Glazing, right?
It's more of a glaze, but it does have some light abrasives to it.
I think
And-
just to get it to stick.
Yeah.
Sure.
Harry Housewife says, oh, yeah, gotta say the guys at the Infinity Wax knocked me up. The exact same blend you had. What a scent. What went into it, though?
I
That's
mean,
a secret. You're going to have to ask him again in
If
person.
you watch the video, you literally see him do it piece by
No, I
piece.
don't know which one he's talking about because I think in the blue.
Because
the
he
blue,
did two.
So I did the blue one. So I did the blue one, which that one was a great scent. Very,
Yeah.
I don't know, fruity, very
He went
fun.
more fruity
right?
on that one.
And then the orange one was definitely more masculine, slightly
Sure.
more masculine, but with some slight undertones of fruit, which is
Okay.
also very nice. Hans Klosen says, did Levi faint after sniffing the detail sprays? I mean, there was some forbidden product in it.
No, it smells
He's
delightful.
Living and fine.
Yeah. Franco saying, what's up, nerds? What's up, dude? Everybody saying hi to Franco.
Hey, hey.
And then Bearded Hunter saying, what's up, my dudes? Hope your week is going well. What's your go-to tire dressing right now, and what dressing would you pick for a nice satin finish? Fun fact, Augie and I, that's our current class we've been taking.
Yeah.
Well, I've been teaching him
Yeah.
tire dressings. He's been learning how to clean cars, wash cars.
Yeah.
So the one he likes the most right now is the DIY tire dressing.
Oh, okay.
Really?
He loves the way it smells. He started spraying it on an applicator pad. First, he did a couple different ways. He sprayed it on the tire,
Yeah.
but he realized he felt like he was using too much product.
Okay.
So then he started spraying it in an orange pearl applicator and wiping it on the tire. He really likes that because he says it doesn't get it all over the tire
Yeah.
or all over the wheel.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
you don't want to make a
Yeah,
mess.
because then he feels like he has to come back around. So
Gosh.
king of efficiency.
So he's already figuring it out. That's cool.
He's already understanding
Like
that. So that's
that.
pretty nice. But he loved that. The other day, he was like, oh, I love the way this smells.
So what would you say it smells like?
I don't know, but he loves the way it smells.
Okay.
It's clean. It's very clean. It's very kind of a little fruity, but very nice. I don't know off the top of my head, but that's his favorite. I showed him some gumi and showed him how I do that. And he was like, it feels like lotion, is what he said.
Yeah.
So he likes his a little more
See,
runny.
I do like the more lotiony ones myself.
I do too.
Although I like PSS as well for tires.
We'll probably make our way onto PSS next because we got T1 and T2 next. But he's learning his different styles.
Because I think it'll be interesting if he tries PSS and realizes how oily it feels. Very light.
Yeah.
Super
We'll
light
see.
compared to anything else.
So that's what we've been playing with is that Augie and I have.
Okay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a very fun first half. Dane will be taking off. I think he's got an appointment.
Facial reconstruction
surgery.
Nice.
Or
I gotta. It didn't take the first time. I gotta try it again.
weird.
a little bit of a doctor's
I
appointment or
can't
something
wait
like
to see.
that.
Because you told us all, you're like, Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
Yeah, this ain't it.
And then you said John DeLorean, and I thought that was a little strange.
Yeah.
I need more
But-
pompadour. I need more pomp.
but
up
you
here.
were like, Don't, trust me, it's going to look good.
okay.
So
okay. Well,
that's what you told us. So we're taking your word for it.
okay. Well, I'll report back and show you
Nice.
my findings. I guess you guys will find out on Tuesday. So,
Yes, we will.
Anyway,
So-
this is us taking a little break.
Yep. See you in a few.
Triple S Slip, Slide, and Shine, a collaboration between PNS and the Rap Institute. We start off with Slip, and that is all about getting the perfect prep for vehicles, whether it's commercial, color change, or PPF. High quality microfiber towels for cleaning and buffing, ultra clay towel or scrubber. Spray first with Absolute Rinseless Wash as a general clean using the Blue Edgeless 365. Spray again with Absolute Rinseless Wash and use the ultra clay for a smooth finish. Wipe off all the residue. Now degrease the surface using the yellow Edgeless 365 towel. And with that, it's time to slip. Spray Triple S generously on the prep surface and evenly spread it around with the purple pearl towel. This step is about coating, not removing, so don't press too hard. And put extra focus by applying Triple S to the high peaks. The final prep step is to degrease just the edges and any deep recessed areas with a focused application of 70% isopropyl alcohol. And with that, now it's time to wrap and roll. Triple S helps lower the surface energy, which has multiple benefits. It makes it easier for aggressive wrapping films to slip across the surface. More importantly, it keeps the film from getting what is called sanding, as well as adhesive lines, by slipping across the body lines. With the material ready to squeegee, we are now ready to slide. Triple S can now be sprayed on the buffer of the squeegee, which allows installers to use less energy and wrap faster. Additionally, the unique blend of Triple S helps reduce scratches to almost zero, even on sensitive wrapping films like this black matte color change film. And with everything squeegeed scratch-free to the hood, standard finishing can be done. The final step is all about shine, and this is a win on many levels. Spray the finish section generously with Triple S and use 2 purple pearls, one to evenly spread Triple S, then the other to buff it for an optimal finish. The final result, whether it's matte, satin, or textured, is perfection. Triple S will last months on the final wrap, which means it'll help ensure quality that will last, a hydrophobic surface that is easy to clean and maintain, and note that Triple S, though it helps the material slip during the install, still results in a strong final bond so the material is durable. Triple S, Slip, Slide, and Shine by P&S and the Wrap Institute. Your all-in-one wrap solution for commercial color change and PPF.
And so that's pretty cool seeing those new commercials on that,
it's
that
fun.
halftime break there.
Nice change of pace.
Seeing Triple S in action, seeing that working.
Well, and I was just telling Anthony off camera, I wrapped my hood on Ragnarok because I peeled all the vinyl off, and I didn't have Triple S, and I didn't use it.
Yeah.
And holy crap, does it make a difference?
Yeah.
It's
Pretty
amazing. I did the hood. It looks like, to the untrained eye, it looks good.
Yeah.
But to those of us that have been hanging out with Justin for the last
Yeah.
week and seeing how much more, I had sanding lines left and right.
What was I going to say? You took your wrap off your whole vehicle.
Yeah.
So what's on your hood right now?
The medium gray.
Medium gray. How's it look?
Or dark gray, I should say.
Look pretty mean?
The truck looks cool because I haven't seen it in pewter for so long, right?
Yeah.
It's been 5 years since it was last pewter. So it actually looks really good. I have tinted all the windows.
Yeah.
I tinted them this week, so they're all 20% Avery NR Pro.
Yeah.
So that's really nice, and I did all the windows.
Wow.
All the way around, except for the front windshield, obviously. But, so with the new dark tinted windows, looks great. I replaced all the door handles. So before we wrapped them, right, I bought black door handles for it. So I replaced all the door handles in black plastic.
Nice.
It gives it a different look.
Mean.
And then the whole truck I'm going to wrap in that dark gray.
Wow.
So it's kind of a Nardo gray.
Ooh, that's kind of cool. Yeah.
So it should look pretty modern.
I would like to wrap
unique.
my truck in gray as well.
Yeah, your truck is gray right now.
It's silver.
It's kind
like
of
a dark gunmetal gray, like they're doing out there.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
You should do that.
So,
right.
Superado 2K says, shout out to eating an entire Carvel ice cream cake.
Delicious.
Very cool.
That would be great.
We have Rick Smith here. It says, hey guys, I need some good interior towels. Which one do you recommend? I'm not familiar with all your products, but I really like what I see. Dude, Edgeless 365, Edgeless 300 microfiber towels, pretty amazing. You can also go Creature Edgeless. You can also go all-purpose terry.
You go 245s.
245s, yeah.
Or even car wash towels.
Or even car wash towels, yeah.
If you're a person that likes a bigger towel.
Yeah.
I will say my top 3 recommendations for that would be a 245, a car wash towel, and a 300.
Yeah. Very good.
Those 3 would be the best ones to choose. Franco saying, I just got done. talking to a detailer here in town about maybe helping him polish and coat cars for a little cheddar cheese side gig style.
Ooh, I like that.
Smart.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah. And then Bearded Hunter saying hello. Franco saying hello. And let's see what... I have no idea where we are. So I'm going to go to page 4. Oh, we're on page 4. Looks
We're
like.
on page 4 right now. And
Okay. So Martin Rodriguez saying, for rinseless wash, what do you guys recommend to use in the first swipe? A sponge or a plush towel?
either...
Whichever one you want, bud. They both work
Either one.
really well.
Yeah.
Now, we've made a number of different ones for that. So, now we got to go back here to 5. Oh my gosh. Where are we? Sorry.
I think you're back behind.
Dane's
yeah.
really good at this.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4 was there. 3 is where we are now. Jamie the Cleaner saying, glad to see the Slop Dogs Kings back in the saddle.
Mm-hmm.
That's always a good time, Jamie, and I really appreciate being called a Slop Dog King.
Yeah. What? Go on your gravestone.
Yeah. Here lies
Slop
Levi
Dog.
Gates, Master of Shine and
loving,
Slop Dog
loving
King.
husband and father and Slop Dog King. King of the Slop
He
Dogs.
just loves slopping it up.
Tamara says, what can I use to remove old sticker residue on my visors? I'm assuming on your interior visors. It's tough. You could try just an interior cleaner. You could try a little bit of IPA, but you don't want to use anything that could possibly strip the color of the fabric right on your visors.
Shara is a very safe, easy interior solvent.
Think so?
Yeah. Because it can remove glue from dashes without damaging the dashboards.
Good.
So
Good to know. Yeah.
I would probably use something like that. Because it's a citrus-based cleaner, it's not going to have the heavy solvent after smell.
Yeah. You also try maybe taking a little steam, trying to,
A little bit. Just careful.
Yeah, because otherwise
Hot
you're going
water
to remove the
mace.
adhesive. Yeah, it's tough. Oh, man, you're going to move the adhesive on the backing of the fabric. So I don't know. Bearded Hunter says, carrot cake is goated. It's all about the texture. All right. And then we have, I like carrot cake, says Joey Belinsky. Pumpernickel, question mark from Franco.
Pump 4 nickels.
Pump 4 nickels, maybe. The Hairy Horsewife says, you guys need to try my wife's carrot cake. That'll change your mind. Also, when you guys have a date for TRSEMA, drop me a message, and me and the wife are planning our USA trip. Oh, my
Nice.
gosh.
That'd be good, Darren. Franco saying, just yelling out Joey Belinsky. And then Graham Marshall saying, Anthony and Dane, what are your favorite 3 top surprise brands at Waxstock?
Mm-hmm.
I like that he replaced his photo of you and me with you and Dane and him.
He did, and his wife.
And his wife.
You literally...
I got cut out of that.
You got cut out of his life.
Pretty much.
You weren't there.
Pretty much.
So
It's
we've
done.
replaced you. So top 3 surprise brands at Waxstock that I saw that I really liked. So I think probably, yeah. I would say my hair today is all over the place. I don't know what's going on. I need a little more, what's it called? Hair gel. LA. Remember,
LA looks.
LA looks. You remember that? A little more LA looks. So one of the brands there that I thought was the most fun, and I love the marketing, I love the branding, I loved the people working the booth. I would say shout out to Polished Pigs. That brand, Levi you would have loved that. You would have saw it and been like, yeah, I love everything about this. They had just cool branding. The people were really nice working there. I think it was a father and daughter kind of combo.
Team.
And I don't know. That was I bought a shirt from them because I really liked everything about their branding, and so I liked them. Fireball had some really cool products that I really liked. They were giving out some samples, and I got some stuff. So Fireball looked really intriguing to me. I still have some stuff I want to play with and try. And then another third brand that stood out to me. I don't know. Infinity Wax was awesome. I like seeing what they were doing with the demoing and the creation of a quick detailer. So I thought that was really cool. I'm familiar with Infinity Wax, but I just like seeing what they were offering with being able to create.
Yeah. That was a nice feature of theirs with the detailer bar.
Yeah, it was super cool. And then there was Wax Junkies, which was pretty cool. There was several others there that I don't know. It's kind of a blur right now. Right now it's a blur. Maybe I need more time to think on it. Joey Blinsky says, I cracked open a can of coconut milk that expired a year ago, and that thing smelled like cat food straight in the bin.
I think that's probably not good. Will not be good to ingest.
Yeah, probably not. Dino says, my cousins from the Balkans has bees, and about 4 to 5 boxes every year has about 300 kilograms of honey, and I buy it from him, but it's only about 10 euros for 1 kilogram.
Nice.
That's pretty crazy.
Good price.
Man.
And then Franco says, ew, 2 years after, isn't that how you get botulism? JP says, heard Chemical Guys is going to be releasing their 507th car soap for diamond coatings. There's going to be actual chunks of diamonds in the soap slicing through your paint, coming to a Walmart near you. That's pretty funny.
Pretty funny.
Josh saying, hey guys, my windshield wipers chatter unless the window is absolutely flooded. I use beam style blades and have tried all the top brands. However, if I use old school wipers, I have no issues. Any suggestions?
Don't use your windshield wipers.
Any suggestions? And diamond glass? Question mark. Do you mean you have diamond glass on your window? Did you also apply some to your wiper blades? That's the question, Josh. Edmund says Boise is French for wood. What do you make a gate out of? Wood. So Boise is indeed named for the Gates family. And there you go.
I don't know if that works like that.
It does. That's how the
I've
dad
literally-
in My Big Fat Greek Wedding always comes up with the questions on the things.
Yeah.
Give me a Greek word. Any
Yeah.
Greek word.
Any-
He does
yeah.
the one where the girl goes, kimono. And he goes, kimono comes from the word ki, and
Yeah.
mo means a robe. There you go.
Yeah.
Like, so
I
great
see.
job,
Saying.
Ed.
Yeah, I thought
That
he was
was a
pulling out.
good pull.
I thought he was pulling out, some Windex to treat
pretty
his
much.
wounds. Yeah.
But he's not wrong. Wood is French. Yeah.
Soaking
So they're I should try that. I should start trying that for
It's
my
just-
elbows. Just soaking it in a bowl of Windex.
Here
That
we
was
go.
a great one, Ed. I love it.
Harry Horsewife says, Morgans are a beautiful car. Oh, Darren, I just don't know about that, man. Let's see. Glenn Dennis says, what would you guys recommend for coating on a BMW frozen finish? Leaning heavily to choosing the frozen. Dude, Glenn, are you saying for yourself? Because maybe I'm completely the same as I'm also learning to smoke white interiors. I think you mean leaning to the smoke white interior as well as the frozen exterior. So me personally, man, the frozen paint finish, I don't know what the heck I would do with that because you get a rock chip on that frozen finish. So I don't think there's anything you can do about that, which is like one thing that like stresses me out. Also, if you get a scratch on it, there's also nothing you can do on that. It's a
I would rather wrap a car in matte PPF, or a matte vinyl rather than buying the frozen paint.
So my motorcycle tank is frozen. Is that frozen metallic silver or gray or whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
It's because it's that satin finish. If I get a chip on that, which I have got a chip on that tank, there's nothing I can do about it. I can't fix it. I can't fill it. There's a scratch on it. I can't scratch it. I can't buff it out. It's weird. So you could coat it with any coating you want to, as long as you're leveling it correctly. The coating will be fine. There's also matte coatings out there, but like Dr. Beasley's is a matte coating. But, oh, man, I don't know. I love the look of it, but when you look at the actual, like, when you think about it, when something happens to that paint, what do you do?
Yeah.
Not much. Not much you can do. So that's just me. Hans says the downside being at Waxstock is some dude saying Abend right when you're grabbing some breakfast.
It's awesome. And Umberto saying, we have been like that at our office for 8 years. No trash cans in our space, just one in the hall. Also roaming office space to connect with the laptop and all the spaces with 2 monitors.
Sounds like a prison there, Humberto.
And Darren says, borage is a really nice purple flower. Its flowers and leaves, as well as the oil from its seeds, are used as medicine. Borage seed oil is used commonly for skin conditions, too.
Levi, I think that honey right there will heal you of all ailments.
I hope so.
I think your bones will be restored back to their former 20-year-old glory. and your skin's going to be refreshed.
Put it on some of these old acid burns.
Old acid burns is going to heal everything. So just keep eating that. It'll be good.
I will remember that. Also, a tap to print multifunctional devices. Awesome. And then Darren says, also, as a sedative and as a treatment for seizures and kidney disease, it also makes a very sweet honey. Nice.
Very nice.
I think you're right about that. Look at that. And then Graham says, Hans Stroop Waffle Closen is the man. So says my wife.
Nice.
And then Super Auto reminding us all to smash that like. And then Darren and Hans all saying, awesome. Not saying, oh boy. All right. 2. All right. Franco says, fear not the man who polished 50,000 cars. Fear the man who polished a car for 50,000 hours. Detail martial arts. Boom. There you go. Joey Belinsky, 75 watching and only 28 likes. Let's get those likes up. We got to pump those numbers. And then he who shall remain nameless says, Anthony, what was your favorite smelling product at Waxstock? Well, the one you designed.
No, I don't know if that was even my favorite. Favorite smelling product at Waxstock? Oh, man. It's tough. There wasn't anything that floored me where I was like, yeah, I have to own this. I have to have it.
Yeah.
So that's a tough question.
Well, like last year was when you found all the scents. The cologne scents that company was selling.
Well, this year there was the place that was selling the aerosol cans of all of the scents, which was pretty cool. I liked seeing them. I can't remember the exact name, but they were in Clean and Shiny's booth. Man, I'm trying to think of one particular scent that was just like, wow, that's amazing. I don't know. I guess maybe the one that I made. Maybe so.
Lee says, I bet it wasn't VP Dry Helmet. The best smelling one.
No, I don't think so.
And then Graham says, Hans, chocolate-covered stroopwafels went down a treat. And then Franco asking if Hans got some decals. Joey says, any teasers you can share for what's coming next from TRC? We can't really give a teaser. You had to be at Waxstock because there was something that was shown that we'll be releasing here in the next couple weeks. So just next maybe month, 2 weeks to a month or so. We'll see. But
we'll see. But
we did have we did show off something in the Clean and Shiny booth at Waxstock.
Yeah.
So Super Auto saying pineapples. Hans says, I'd buy a Hawaiian shirt even if it's worn and still warm coming off of someone's back. Gross.
Hans was trying everything he could to buy the shirt off of my back.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Yeah. Kevin says, I'm not the one who shall remain nameless. LOL, he has me stumped too.
Yeah. Oscar saying, what's up, guys? Thanks for all the good info. Question, what chemicals would you put in the IKHC sprayer?
You can pretty much put anything that's pH neutral in it. You can put pretty much anything that, upwards of
it'll hold a solvent.
Hydrochloride, or not hydrochloride. Hydrocarbon. Like you could put kerosene in that if you want to put kerosene in it. Not that you're going to be doing that.
No, but you could put a tar remover in it and be all right.
A bunch of different stuff inside there. I think people get weirded out because they think that just because it's for hydrocarbons, like they can't use it for other things. You can use it for a ton of other things.
I use a hydrocarbon sprayer and that type of IK. I use it and I put wheel cleaner in it.
Yeah, I haven't had any issues with any of those.
Don't even worry about it. Tony Thema saying that now that we are in peak grilling season, what's your go-to steak and side combo? Mine is a medium rare steak from the Traeger, sauteed mushrooms, and a baked potato with ranch and hot sauce.
Sounds delicious.
Ooh, very nice.
Levi, what's yours?
Me, I am a ribeye with just butter, cooked on cast iron on my griddle, or on my grill, and then I like frozen or steamed broccoli with butter, unsalted butter, or salted butter, and kosher salt and pepper, fresh ground pepper.
What are you doing for your side? Any other side?
That's my only side.
Just broccoli.
Just broccoli.
Really? You're not wanting anything else?
I don't really need anything else.
Okay. All right. Very
Yeah, what about you?
Man, I don't know. I mean, lately I haven't had a crazy steak lately, but I'm kind of been itching for a crazy steak. Like I'm probably with you on the ribeye. Like myself some full flavor. So probably a ribeye, usually pan-seared. I like a pan-seared ribeye with butter, rosemary.
Oh, see, I don't do rosemary. I just do kosher salt and pepper.
I want some. I don't want any pepper. I want my steak pepperless.
No.
So rosemary, butter, kosher salt, and probably for my sides, do love me some asparagus, right? Do a little bit of asparagus with some butter. Well, I guess do olive oil, a little bit of butter, a little bit of salt. I mix
Why olive oil?
Do a little Tabasco inside my butter just to give a little bit of spice.
You've done butter already. Why are you doing oil?
What, olive oil?
Yeah.
I use olive oil just as what's it called? Just the base. Just the base to keep things from sticking so the butter doesn't get all like burnt around the edges of the asparagus, if that makes any sense. I roll it with asparagus in that first. And then I don't know, for a side, doing pretty simple. Like, I mean, I could be happy with like straight up mashed potatoes, and I'm pretty happy with that. But you know what I actually really do love? I love rosemary red potatoes, like red rosemary potatoes, like with like a little bit of Parmesan on top, some black pepper. You know, do that with a little bit of oil on that as well.
Sounds
be
good.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that. All right, we have a Rye Guy.
$5.
Oh,
from
thank
Rye
you.
Guy. Thank you, man. $5 super chat. And then he says, well put, Levi. Solid perspective. Thank you, sir. Then Super Auto saying, okay, now for real talk. Back to slop dogs and aliens in the news. And then he who shall remain nameless says, new use for TR SEMA to close the fuel cap and shut the doors. The TR SEMA towel. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Dragon with the AK. Totally second the idea of a TRC Hawaiian shirt. Would totally buy one too. And then, where am I at here? Darren saying the orange quick detailer they made just before the end. I walked by and I smelled amazing, and asked for the exact same blend, and now I can't stop smelling
so that's
it.
the orange one. Yeah, it's it's a little bit more masculine, with a little bit of that fruity undertone to it. Very nice. Walter Gray says, what does a microfiber not cut but polishing pad come into play? When does a microfiber not cut but polishing? When does a microfiber, I guess, just polishing pad come into play? Just a microfiber, only, not a cutting pad, but a polishing pad? The same way you'd use a polishing pad with foam. I mean, some people like to finish out with microfiber, if that's what I'm reading correctly. Maybe, Walter, re-ask the question and help us out there. Franco says, Graham Marshall said, so even after 3 loads of goodies purchased at Waxstock, I had to make a purchase today from Clean and Shiny.
Attaboy.
Cyclone Wheel Mitt, 3 pink FTWs for Dreammaker Ultra Utility Brush, plus Pearl Rags to Riches and paint gloss in gallons. Holy smokes, Graham. You're stocking up.
And then Super Auto just saying JTC. And then Tamara Chase saying they are plastic visors. So I would use something like Shara.
Yeah.
On there to remove that. Graham says, and also Detail Factory curveball. Good job.
Nice.
And then Darren saying 100% need to get them car wash towels in the UK. Got them in my Grand Ambassador pack and they're amazing. Gave so many out and these people keep asking where to get them from.
They're good towels. Good workhorse towels.
Dane saying I love Polished Pigs. And then Harry Housewife Darren saying Polished Pigs a fantastic brand. Products work really well. And then Lee says, Darren, you were right. FTWs are amazing on glass. Nice. And let's see. Hans saying, I loved the little piglet products.
I think that was one of my favorite, like, this is cute, right? So not only do they call their piglets like their little tester size bottles, right? But you know what they call their daily deals?
Huh.
Their daily squeals. Isn't that freaking cute?
That's awesome.
Like, I love that. I just love that branding. I think it's just hilarious and fun. And, I don't know. Just a cool brand. Everything smelled really good from them as well.
Yeah. Darren says a Mile Deep is definitely a cracking brand at Waxstock.
Yeah, Mile Deep. So Mile Deep looked really good as well. I remember going over there. The only thing that was like interesting to me was their brand, their imagery, like their logo.
Yeah.
Cause I remember looking at their logo and I go, I don't know how to describe it. It wasn't what I expected of a detailing brand, but it could also have been the name that the name Mile Deep didn't rub me as a detailing brand as well. But I remember seeing it and going, that's an interesting. It's different. It's just different than anything else I saw. So I don't know.
And Darren saying, Lee, those FTW towels are amazing. Also really good for other tasks. Yep. Superado laughing along with us, saying spray some Windex on it. Rocky Iverson says, Levi, try some castor oil compress for those elbows. David says, sorry I'm late, guys. Not having a very good day doing body work. How was the trip?
Oh, sorry, David. Trip was pretty good. It was fun. It was good. It was good to get out of here. And but it's also very nice to be back. Yeah. So, it was good to go. Good to be back. But I'm sorry you're having a rough day there at doing some body work. Hopefully everything's going
fun
okay.
When things aren't going right.
Josh McKay says, Levi, should I apply diamond glass? I only use Rain-X wiper fluid. I've adjusted the wipers. New window, old window, clean, dirty, blue wiper, blue fluid. Doesn't matter.
So, Josh, this is my method. Is I use the orange Rain-X. I would coat my windshield in diamond glass. I have ran beam wipers. I would take that, but I would also make sure I clean my wipers with alcohol and then coat the edges of them too, just quickly. I've never had issues. All my vehicles with almost that same setup. Lucas's Sledge Band channel. Having a few issues with Beadmaker leaving spots on my black truck after only leaving it on a few seconds and wiping it off. I've also had good results and easy application, but other times not. And this was my next question. He answered. He says, it's not been cool, but not above 90 degrees. What happens? Oh, it's happened in shade and sun. What is the humidity when you're applying this? If it's a higher humidity, I would recommend only spraying it on a towel and wiping it and applying that way. Or waiting until it's very cool to do a heavy coat. After that, you should be able to use it just as a drying aid. So, Steven says, was really surprised ODK guys wouldn't throw their waxes at you after so much kudos you gave them, that it had to be their customer paying for one. ODK.
ODK.
I don't know.
I don't know.
And then Carlton Gadsby saying we British
is that
can't help
ODK? Is that the Wax Junkies?
Maybe.
Guys?
Maybe.
I don't think they knew who we were, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. But yeah, it actually was one of their customers who actually bought us one of the waxes. Rab. Hold on, why can't I think of his name right now? Rab Reviews, something reviews. He has a YouTube channel,
nice.
And he was really nice. But I don't know why my mind's blinking out right now. But he did buy me a wax, which was really nice of him.
Yeah. Darren said, "Did you smell the Dodo Juice Wax Stock Limited Edition wax?"
What's that?
Darren says, "Did you smell the Dodo Juice Wax Stock?"
I did. I love the thing it came into. It's super freaking cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Dodo Juice is doing some pretty cool stuff.
And Franco said, Han saying he never got any new stickers at Waxstock.
Dang it.
And then Rick Smith, Anthony, have you seen any of the Evo videos from Obsessed Garage?
I have. It's been fun, man. It's been fun watching them.
He's been on the phone with
me and Matt have been talking a lot. We've been having phone calls and stuff like that. He's been running things by me. I've been giving him information on certain things. And honestly, sounds like he's liking that car, which... very surprised. I thought he was going to call me 1 week after owning it and say this thing's a pile of junk, I'm getting rid of it. But everything he said has been pretty positive. So I think that car might stick around for longer than people think. We'll see.
Kirby saying, great question on the sprayer for solvents. For strong solvents, does TRC offer anything? Traditional gold sprayers broke down quickly on the job with the new solvent. That's what the TR1 HCs are developed for and designed for, the gray and white IK sprayers. Is to be able to be used with hydrocarbons. So Kirby, I would try those. I don't really like using a lot of heavy solvents with a spray bottle because I know it's going to die. So they're not designed to last that long, but the TR1 HCs do last quite a bit, much longer than most other sprayers because of the way they're designed. So Carlton saying, guys, have you tried Built Hamber Surfex HD All-Purpose Cleaner Degreaser APC? Carlton, we have not. We haven't tried a lot of the Built Hamber line. We used their clay for a while, but we haven't tried the rest of the line. Dane saying, let's face it, Anthony's going to get the veal again. Lucas's Sledge Band saying, veggies and vinegar. And then Martin Rodriguez saying, what ceramic topper do you recommend? I just ran out of Adam's Graphene Boost. Want to know what you'd all recommend before I go to the Adam store. Honestly, Martin, if you want, I would try picking up either OptiCoat's Hyperseal or pick up Inspiration Defender. That's an amazing product from PNS. The other one, if you haven't tried C2V3, try C2V3. What do you got, Anthony? Anything else? Parla is another great product.
What do you know that's recommended before you go to the Adams store? What ceramic topper? Defender, man. Defender's pretty awesome. I mean, bead maker, I'm still always going to tell people bead maker is amazing. C2V3, also amazing. Gosh, you have a ton of different options. I mean, really, it's a matter. I mean, pick one, try it out. Pick a couple, try them out. But I think that you'll be just as impressed with those as you were the Graphene Boost. We have Harry Horsewife says, try a nice honey glaze on your steak. Ooh,
oh, good idea. I like that too.
Ooh, I like that.
Jesse Rayo popping in saying, hey gang, been a minute since I've been able to catch on live. Hope you're all doing great. Thank you, Jesse.
Have to
swing by and check out the new layout here.
Yeah. I also need to go back to the gym. And so I was running into him every once in a while. It's same at the gym. And so I think I need to start hitting it again after our trip now that I'm back on U.S. time. Barry DeHart says, is there anything to remove scratches from exterior Glad drivers?
From the exterior
the happy
driver's
driver's side.
Customer took a drill brush with 1800 grit wet sand to remove scratches but made it worse. I'm assuming you wrote glass, Barry. I would say no. We need to replace the window.
Cerium oxide.
No, I don't even think it would make a dent.
You don't think so?
You can try it, but I just don't ever have a lot of luck with glass, especially with the laminate.
Might be cheaper to replace the glass with an OEM replacement. Check into it. Dale Hudson says, hey, Anthony, what about ODK? You got a wax spot for you, and you looked pretty surprised while sniffing their product line. So, okay, ODK. What the heck did ODK stand for? Because, okay, I have a thing of wax, right, that I got bought for me, right, and it says Waxed Junkies on it. We're just going to... Hold on.
He's going to run outside and go get it so that we can all take a gander at this. And then he's got Franco saying, anyone here use Glaco? It's freaking great. I'm on my 7th month and just now starting to show a little wear. Glaco, no, I haven't used it in a long, long time. Darren saying that he can get 4 more months out of it and during a UK winter, which is pretty good.
Okay, so look at this. So I have this thing right here. Wax Junkies Cult Classic. Okay? Smells amazing. Have you smelled this? You're going to like that. Ooh. You're going to like that a lot.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah,
I don't know what ODK is, though. So ODK, is that the brand? Because there was this Wax Junkies shelf, but then they're saying ODK.
I don't know.
So all those waxes smelled really, just that brand, those chemicals over there, smelled really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they knew what we were doing, though, when we were over. I think they were just happy that we were smelling stuff.
Yeah.
So... yeah, I don't know.
Han says, Franco, I've never tried it, but I get a year out of OptiSeal. And then Sam says, hey, gents, I have PSS, and I'm looking to get Goom. Is it worth it or just the same product, different uses? Thanks. So, Sam, they are different products. PSS is more of a rubber plastic restorer, and stays kind of wet on the surface. Has some gloss to it. Gummy Fix is what it's called, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is a rehydrating agent for rubber, but it dries so it's not slippery or oily. If that makes sense. So they're different. They're kind of the same effect, but the final result is much different. One's glossy and wet, the other one's dry and fresh and new. So,
Yeah.
And then Super Auto says, try a piece of that honeycomb. I did. I have a piece of wax there that I just chewed up for a bit.
Just enjoyed a little piece of wax.
Oh, on a piece of honey Granny Smith apple.
Ooh, okay.
That might be all right.
Ooh, that might be delicious.
Yeah.
G. Davis says, kudos to Dane for winning the Waxstock Innovation Award for his cologne called Strip Waffle and a pheromone body spray named A Bend Over.
Bend Over.
Bend Over. That's so funny.
That's a good one. Franco, the hairy housewife, saying, yeah, I live in West Texas, a.k.a. the devil's butthole.
Yeah.
And Darren saying, Wax Junkies is a range by ODK, and ODK stands for Obi Dan Carnoustie. Now you know what
Does it really?
That's the name of the company.
Obi Dan Carnoustie. That's no way is that the real name. I should have asked him that.
Wax Junkies is ODK's sort of economy brand.
Economy brand, okay. Joey Blinsky doing a shout out to hand waxes that are still a thing, which I love that. And then Steven says, Andy, where is your teal cutie concoction? And did you get any weird
looks at customs?
It's over on my actually on my desk right now. My blue concoction and my goldish orange concoction.
No, we're caught up.
And no, I didn't get anywhere. It looks at customs. That was a bag that was checked actually, and I don't think there was no note in my stuff. Nothing was taken out. I was more worried that the honey wouldn't get through, but the honey made it through, so that was good. But yeah, that was pretty much all I brought back. I didn't really bring back a whole lot of chemicals. I have some of the Fireball stuff. I have this can. I have the stuff I made. And that was pretty much about it. It's getting tougher and tougher for us to bring a bunch of chemicals back because we find that bags get really heavy. We have no room for
especially
our clothes.
On the long days.
And then, yeah.
Like the long trip days where we're like having to pack
stuff
from country to country.
And we're moving from hotel to hotel. And it's like, it's not as fun when your bag's full of like goodies. You want it to be full of stuff, but it makes it kind of a pain. And when Dirk Dude drops you off 50 pounds of candy.
A retail case of candy.
And he says, here, this is your problem now. We go, how do we fit this? But we make it fit and we make it work.
We started talking about bringing a sacrificial duffel bag
to
to load up all the extra stuff in. Like Jeff getting through last year with like an entire case of wine that he ended up taking his clothes out of his suitcase and filling it with wine and then putting his clothes around it a little bit, but then having Dane carry the rest of his clothes.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So we've decided we're just going to have to do that.
Yeah.
So.
Graham asking, did I finish the Iron Brew? Yes, actually, I literally did. So it was an 8-pack or whatever it was.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Dane only had, I think, 2 of them. I had 6 of them.
Oh, wow. You didn't even share with Jimmy?
Jimmy wasn't interested.
Wow.
He asked me what is it, and I said it's kind of like a bubblegum-ish soda.
It's good.
Orange soda. Yeah. He had no interest in it. He said, I have negative interest in that. So I said, okay. So I just I drank it all for myself. Yeah. It was delicious.
Well, John Hole popped in, said, did I make it? I'm here.
John made it just in time.
John? Steven saying 60-plus brands, the Dodo Juice chap said. Market is saturated, in my honest opinion. And then, of course, Graham asking, Anthony, did you finish the Iron Brew? And then Han saying, John. And John saying, hello, both of you. Hello, my friend.
What's going on, man?
Harry Housewife saying, Chalkwork Orange was the first wax by ODK. And we're sending John some love, Hans. And then John sending Hans some love. And John saying, Harry Housewife. Tamara Chase saying, thanks for answering my questions. You're welcome. And Darren saying, Obi Dan Carnoustie was a nickname given to Dan by PJ from Dodo Juice back when starting out, and Dodo Juice did a kind of collab with his first wax.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting.
It's good to know. See, this is what's fun about
The
learning about
wax.
this
The
stuff.
wax lore runs deep over there.
It does.
Keep in mind, there is many wax users over there in the UK, whereas there's not as much over here in the US. And so when we go over there and we see all the waxes and everybody getting excited about the waxes, I don't get me wrong, I get excited too.
Mm-hmm.
But I just know that there won't be many situations where I'm laying down waxes anymore with, having all my cars coated or whatever it may be.
Yeah. That's how I feel now. Ryan Rigdon, afternoon, gents. Had a bad experience with Diamond Body last week. Went on very thick and never flashed. Turned into a gooey mess, thinking it was too thick and maybe too humid, but below 70%. It has to be below, much farther below 70. But yes, if you put it on too thick, it does not flash fast enough. So you do need to remember that. So it might have been the issue. G. Davis saying, I'm glad to hear Jimmy helped Hans remove the chloroform swirl police from his room's bathtub.
Yeah. It was a little bit of a cleanup situation. The chloroform swirl police. Crap. Oh my God. I don't know why I just visualized that so much.
Kirby Thompson saying, what are the big plans as TR SEMA heads into SEMA? Well, we've got our booth space. Our booth space this year is right next to Rupes. So for those that went last year, we are right next door to Rupes, basically right where OptiCoat was last year. So we're real excited to be in that spot. It's one of our favorite spaces in that new building because it's between two big main aisles, and it's dead center in the hall. So we're very excited for the space this year. As to new products and things, you guys are just going to have to wait. We are, like we said, getting ready to launch a couple new products here in the next month, and that will help carry some of that momentum into SEMA, because by then we're really only a couple months away from that. We do have a couple new fun things that we're going to be adding to the rest of our stuff, but we've got quite a bit of products that we are going to be launching for you guys. So I think you're going to be pretty excited to see some of this stuff. As to that, can't really say anything else about it, but it should be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Dale, like the other guy said, I was wondering, why weren't they throwing products at you? A missed opportunity.
Yeah, like I said, they don't think they knew who we were, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It is interesting, though.
Yeah.
When we go to Wax Talk, and then there's, we walk into a certain brand's booth or whatever brand we walk into, it is interesting when they do know us, and they're very excited that we're in the booth, wanting to say hi or shoot some videos or whatever it is. There's some people that get really pumped, which I'm happy about. Like I love that. I love the energy. But then there's other people walking their booth and they just like, oh, hey, how's it going? Oh, good. I'm just here to smell some product and you're on video. And they go, oh, okay. Which one? And I go, all right, well, then sometimes we'll start talking and they go, yeah, we would like to expand to the US. I go, yep, that would probably be maybe someday. Yeah. Not us though. Maybe someday. Anyways, Carlton Gadsby says, saw a sign at a gas station earlier that said car wash out of order, so I waxed my car, sprayed it with water, and then applied soap.
There you go.
Nice. Good, proper order.
Yep. Harry Housewife says Dodo Juice has definitely brought some wax lords to the UK market. HB Sauce Wax are definitely one you guys need to try. I will get some to you somehow. Thanks, man. Any classes or events in the new digs? We've still got to work on that. We're trying to figure out exactly how we want to do that. We've been doing so much video stuff and redoing this studio and our office and just trying to get stuff done. But we do have, we had Justin Pate here last week. He's still here. He's over on the other side of the wall. But we had him here teaching a vinyl class this past about 2 weeks ago. He is teaching another class in October. Mm-hmm. So any of those of you that want to get into that, take a look at Avery Dennison's training schedule. There's right on there says exactly what they're doing in Boise in October, right before SEMA. We've talked about some new stuff. The biggest thing really is we really want to pair it with our new storefront. So we've kind of been holding off, waiting for the new storefront to get open. That way we can really help them as well as help us and vice versa. So we'll be having a good time. But stay tuned. Joey says TRC being more secretive than a fruit company in Cupertino. We're trying, Joey.
We're not that secretive, right? Well, the things spill through the cracks.
Yeah.
Stefan says, will Andy be manning Rupes's booth also at SEMA?
Yes, most likely.
Probably will. Yeah, probably. And then Graham says, have you guys opened the confectionery? Yes, we have. There is so much candy in this office. There is so much. Those mint things were strange.
You guys had some mint things?
These chocolate mint things. I don't know what they're called. They're like little mint sticks is what they are. They threw people for a loop because everybody thought they were dog treats, right? And I go, no, you got to try this. Then you bite into it. And what it tastes like, it is chocolate with like what tastes like little bits of candy cane in it. It was quite refreshing, right? Kind of like an Andes mint on steroids.
Okay.
So pretty good. Yeah, honestly, we have actually.
I came back to my desk, like, because I've been gone this week.
Yeah.
And I left halfway. When they landed, I left. And so I came back to my desk, and Anthony had set up
Matchmakers, that's it.
a wall of, you built like a castle of candy bars.
Candy bars. Kinder cards.
And then honey. So I got to see a small portion. Yet what I found was that was possibly 1/100% of what was delivered originally that you guys end up leaving overseas.
Yeah, no, we didn't leave anything. We brought everything back. Every single thing came back with us. It was kind of crazy, but yeah, it was a lot of stuff. We had to eat. Unfortunately, we had to eat a lot of that candy as well. Poor Jimmy was sick with all the Kinder cards and made him eat. I said, we need to save weight on these bags, Jimmy. Keep eating these Kinder cards while I drink these Iron Brews. He's like, I don't want to drink it. I don't want to eat any more of these, Grandpa. I said, that's too damn bad.
Enjoy them.
Enjoy them.
Like, I hate chocolate.
The one who shall remain nameless says, while picking up my grocery order, I'm pretty sure I just watched a woman spot clean her Corvette windshield with Armor All and an old dish towel. Meanwhile, I have an FTW on the seat next to me.
Nice.
Sometimes you just got to man up, step up to the plate, and offer him your towel. Hans Closen says, Grand Marshal, are they talking about after 8 chocolates? Talking about matchmakers. Yeah, that's what they are. That's just it's like a refreshing chocolate thing. It was pretty good. Anyways, guys, we are going to wrap up. We're going to wrap up this show for today. Dane will be back next week. Next Tuesday, we'll have our main show as normally scheduled for episode.
We'll all be here in the studio.
Episode 300, right?
300.
Leonidas wouldn't even be able to do what we're about to do.
Well, Leviticus is going to
Leviticus is gonna. Well, I hope you do show up in your red.
Well, I'm hoping that Leviticus, Antonius, and Danathan.
Danius. I was gonna say Danus.
Danathan. Deniathan.
Yeah, we'll do something.
We'll have something fun.
But it'll be a good time. But as always, we are just glad to be back here and being able to do this Q&A Thursday. And we're looking forward to hopefully sticking around for a while before a next trip comes up. Probably before we know it.
Yeah.
So as always, if you guys enjoy the Rag Company Q&A, please make sure to subscribe to this channel. Make sure to hit the like button so you can be informed of future Q&As as well as other videos right here at the Rag Company Podcast channel. And then also, if you're a fan of the podcast as well, make sure that you are subscribed and give us a review on all of your whatever the heck Dane normally says around this time. I don't know. I'm just winging it.
Like, share, comment, subscribe.
Sure. All right. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys next week.
Have fun.
See ya.